Hello everyone, welcome to Diana P. Steve, episode 2. In episode 1, our man had handed his phone to his mate when Annie told him to. Despite having told Annie that he was on his way to Yemen, he'd managed to visit a supermarket and he was in his office, all within about an hour and a half. Our man, or men, also seemed to be unable to work out how to cut off the call. I guess they'd just got a new phone or something, and Annie had cut the call for them. "Just try and download the WhatsApp before later," he said, when that call had ended. "When I get home, then I call you, okay?" "Oh, you don't have to try to download it, I have it," said Annie, "but I only use WhatsApp for family. If you want to talk to me on chat," and she gave him her email address. "Okay, so you're on Google Chat, so I can message you there," he said. What did I just say?" said Annie. So our man gave her the link to download Google Chat from the Play Store. "This is a link to the Google Chat," he said. "You can click it to download it if you don't have it." "I assume that means you didn't read what I said above," said Annie. "I have to go and stare at the walls in the kitchen and talk to a saucepan. I'll be back later." "It's okay," he said. "Please take care of yourself always. Okay? Message me on your free time. Okay? Are you done, my dear? I've been waiting for you to say good night to you before I go to sleep." "I just had a shower," said Annie. And if you've listened to the famous Gary Cruz video, which may have come out immediately before this, or may not come out until immediately after it, this was the famous shower. "I'm going to start reading the book my daughter gave me for Christmas," she said. "Wow! Good. Can I have your WhatsApp number? You really don't read what I said, do you?" said Annie. "Let me copy and paste it for you." So she copied and pasted the bit where she'd said, "I only use WhatsApp for family. If you want to talk to me on chat," and she gave him her email address. "Hope that makes it clear," she said. "Yes, I'm sorry for asking again. I forgot. I'll message you there now, right away. I messaged you already. Please reply me there." "I can't see a message from you," said Annie, "because over on chat she'd had a message request from Steve Donald. "Hello, dear," he said. "I'm already here. Please reply me. Let chat here." And then, after Annie had said on Facebook that she couldn't see a message from him, he copied and pasted, both on Facebook and on chat. "Hello, dear, I'm here already. Please reply me. Let chat here." "You see," he said on Facebook, "go to your Google Chat. You'll see my request. Then accept me and write to me." "Oh," said Annie, "you've changed your name. You didn't think it would be helpful to tell me." "But I told you the last time we talk on call. I told you I'm Steve Donald. Can you please reply me on Google Chat?" "You and your mate talk so much it was hard to hear what you were saying," said Annie. "Why did you change your name?" "My real name is Steve Donald Kerham. Are you busy?" Meanwhile, over on chat, Annie'd said the same thing. "Would have been helpful to tell me you've changed your name." "I'm Steve Donald. I told you the last time we talk on call. First I want to say, you're welcome. It's nice meeting you. I'm very happy to have you here." "Okay," said Annie. "My late father's name is Steve, but my name is Donald Kerham," he said. "But my friends used to call me Steve Donald. I hope you understand me now." "Are you busy?" "No, I don't understand you now," said Annie. "Why have you changed your name? You can look on your own Facebook account if you're confused." "I told you we don't allow to create a Facebook here in Yemen with our mutator computer," he said as the penny dropped. "That's why I asked my female friend from Philippines, and she created it for me. Just try and understand me ever for once." "Oh, my word, a mutator computer," said Annie. "You have to be wary of those. If you leave two of them too close together, they can breed and mutate. You never know what might happen." "It's okay," he said. "Don't worry. I will change the name for the Facebook. Okay?" And just in case you think he actually did, here we are the following afternoon, and the name on the Facebook account is still Diana P. Steve. "I'm more worried about your mutator computer," said Annie. "Did it get a horrible virus?" "So, can we forget about that for now and come to our present test?" he said. "I want both of us to know more about each other, okay? Hope you don't mind getting." "Getting what?" asked Annie. I'm not going to get a virus from your mutator computer, am I? It's okay. Please, can we change the topic? What are you doing at the moment? I think that's a good idea, said Annie. It's getting late. I need to go to bed. If I may ask, what is your time there now? It's 10:30, said Annie. Good night for now. Oh, okay. The time here in Yemen now is 1:28 a.m. in the night. Okay, you have to go to sleep now. Have a nice dream. Good night. Then you should have been in bed hours ago, said Annie. Good night. Yeah? Or maybe you've got jet lag, she said. Bye for now. Chat you in the morning when I wake up. Sleep well. And he sent her one of those good night gifts. Good morning, my dear, he said the following day. What are you doing at the moment? Screaming at a giant mole moth rat on the curtain rail. What are you doing at the moment? Nothing much. I'm in my office now. Oh, you have time to sit in your office, do you? She said. So he sent a photograph of a man sitting in his office. Because I just finished attending to my patient, he said. Okay. Please, can you send me your picture, if you don't mind? My picture's on Facebook, said Annie. Send me your picture here, he said. Don't be lazy, said Annie. Tap on the Facebook icon and look. You can copy it and paste it here. But you only have one of your photo on Facebook, he said. So tell me, how I'm going to see how beautiful you are. You're going to use your stunning imagination, said Annie, because the twins insist that I never send photos to someone online. So he did as instructed and copied and pasted the photo that she uses on Facebook. Awesome, said Annie. I knew you could do it. The most beautiful thing I like on this photo is your eyes and your smile, he said. That's very kind of you, said Annie. You are really did a beautiful woman. I'm very happy to meet you. Are you suffering from jet lag today? Asked Annie. I hate it. Remember, our man originally claimed that he was travelling to Yemen yesterday when he first contacted her. No, not at all, he said. Lucky you, said Annie. Is there a secret to overcoming jet lag? Asked what might have been a faintly medical question. Our man did what they always do. Please wait. I'll get back to you. I have one patient I need to attend to him. I'll be right back. Okay? Okay, said Annie. I have to go to work now. I'll talk to you again when I get home this afternoon. I just got home, she said a few hours later. Welcome back from work, he said. I think you must be so tired. I hope you're taking your lunch already. Oh, no, said Annie. Not another man who's obsessed with my eating habits. What's tired? Sounds vaguely Scottish. Okay, I understand, he said. I want to say tired, but it was a wrong type. Oh, ha, said Annie. I thought it was some clever word I'd not heard of. Ha, ha! And ladies and gentlemen, fair warning, if you're eating or drinking, now might be a good time to swallow. We wouldn't want any unfortunate accidents, would we? Better safe than sorry. But I'm clever indeed, said well, you'll find out later, scammer. I'm an intelligent man, he said, and know ways of confronting my words. I don't use any bad thought to anyone at all, my dear. I'm educated. That's why I'm not an illiterate, said our illiterate. Ah, you confront words, do you? Said Annie. Do they answer you back? Words don't answer me by itself, he said. No, they wouldn't, said Annie. Someone must have to write down a message before it shows out itself, like we both are doing right now. That's true, said Annie. A lot of words are shy like that. Likewise, I would like to inform you that you must be also intelligent woman. Oh, yes, you got it, as usual. Isn't life wonderful, said Annie. Have you been busy at work today? Yes, I got so much busy today with work, a lot of patient. I just got some break time when I decide to see your message and talk to you. What have you been doing? Asked Annie. I've been doing some checking and treating an injury, Sour. I stitch a patient. It seems that you're busy right now, said our man, talking like a 4-year-old who's just learned to play doctors and nurses. You just stitched him? Asked Annie. What's an injury, Sour? Dunno why I asked. I know I won't get an answer, but a girl can try, can't she? I have to treat him and maintain the injury first before stitching. Okay, said Annie. Yes, indeed. I must tell you all that you need to know. Oh, yeah, please, go on, she said. Injury is when someone had an accident injured. Hope you get it. OK, I take it back, said our 3-year-old, who was just learning to talk. And that's all I need to know, said Annie. Maybe sometimes I will be taking a picture and be sending to you. No, that's not all, but you know it will take a very longer time to explain it better than how if you're here now to see it by yourself, then you will understand all. A time coming, I will have to be doing all at your presence. That's when we come together. You can explain it at length, said Annie. I'm sitting comfortably, or you could call me and explain. Sure, I will, he said. And ask me what you need to know. Now then, I have to explain better. Just mention what you need to know. You said, yes, indeed, I must tell you all that you need to know. And then you said, it'll take a very longer time to explain it. So I want to know all that I need to know. Please, said Annie. I thought you were talking about the injury I treated, he said. You want to know about my work? Sometimes there are many patients here. Did you know that someone needs an operation to have a babe? I asked you what an injury sour is, said Annie, and that was your answer. I already say about the injury, he said, but you haven't told me what an injury sour is. What does injury sour mean? Oh, how else do I explain this now to make you understand? Just tell me what it means, said Annie. Have you seen some accident before and get injured, and there was so much blood? Asked our doctor. You're supposed to be telling me, not asking me, said Annie. What does injury sour mean, please? You don't know injury? He said. Oh, my God, please. Yeah, I know injury, dimwit, said Annie. I'm asking you what injury sour means. You can't tell the difference between one word and two, she asked. I don't know it, said our doctor, who clearly made it up. You don't know what an injury sour is? Is another way of calling injury. It's called sour, he said. Now you understand? Why did it take you so long to say that? Said Annie. Presumably our man had to ask his mate for some help. Maybe I can say I see someone injured and it's a big sour, he said. I don't know what a big sour means, said Annie. Are you making it up? Like I want to say that someone get injured. OK, she said. I can say someone get sour. OK, she said again. Now you understand, my dear? I guess so. Hope you're not upset, my dear. I am. I don't know why I had to ask you so many times before you told me. Oh, I'm sorry, my dear, he said. It's because I didn't understand on time what you need to know. Because obviously, as with many scammers, his brain only works at a very slow speed. Oh, you're slow-witted as well as thick and stupid. Great, said Annie. I guess it out lately. Then I've tell you since I understand, he said. Guessing is good, said Annie. All the best doctors guess what injuries their patients have. Why perform an appendectomy when you can just guess that they need a stitch in their thumb? Yes, said our experienced doctor. I know work as well. I'm the best doctor here in the working premises, my dear. That's why so many times I get my patient that keeps me busy so much. And I was going to interject there, but I can see that Annie said it for me. God stroke Allah help your patients, she said. You'd want to fly all that way and find there's nothing to do. Oh, yes, always, he said. Awesome, said Annie. How long do you expect to be in Yemen? I still have some month remaining. Do you treat local citizens, she asked. And I need to go from here. Yes, yes, but it's not all people are allowed to go in here at the working premises. Who is allowed? She asked. They have to verify you first before you can go in, because there are security here. Even if they're in an emergency, she asked. Remember, he'd just told her that someone needed an operation to have a baby. Yes, yes, he said. So they have to stop and get verified, even if they're an emergency patient. You know why? Because the Arab people here, so many are wicked. They only verified to keep the working premises safe. So those Arabs with bombs and guns can't go in. Do you do many caesareans? She asked. What do you mean? Asked our experienced doctor. What I said. Do you do many caesareans? Our man hit Google very speedily. Not so many, dear, he said. Hope you're enjoying our conversation. Loving every minute of it, said Annie. Same here. I'm happy talking to you. I want to ask you something. How are you coping since you've been single? Do you have any plan of getting married again and stay happy? It seems you're busy right now. Good morning from here now, dear. How are you doing? Why, you're not writing to me any more? Oh, my goodness, said Annie, one of those impatient men that think I don't have a life and should be glued to my device hanging on his every word. How childish and unprofessional. I do have a life, you know. Yes, I believe and know you have a life. Since yesterday I've been waiting to see your message. What's happened, unfortunately? Why don't you text with me? My daughter rang because she had a problem with the dripping tap, said Annie. My son rang, and so did my mother. I have to leave to go to work soon. I'm starting at 10 a.m. It's okay, my dear. You have to take a very good care of yourself at your work. Text me when you get free time or when you're back from work. I've just stopped for a quick tea/lunch break, she said a little bit later, but I've only got 20 minutes. Oh, okay. So, guess what? Have you eaten now? I just have to grab a sandwich and a cup of tea. Back in a couple of secs, she said. Oh, sorry. I see the message well. Oh, okay, my dear. So how many hours or minutes do you still have to work for today? I'll be finishing at 4 p.m. Aren't you working today? Oh, yes, I work, my dear, said a scammer, who was glued to his device and wouldn't know the meaning of work if it smacked him in the face with a very large wet fish. But now, just sitting right here, talking to you as well. I guess you'll soon be back to your duty, my dear. I just finished my sandwich. I have about another 5 minutes, she said. Oh, okay, my dear. I hope I'm not disturbing you right now, at the moment. Hello, my dear. How you doing? But Annie'd had enough of him for one day. Good morning, she said the next day. I'm not starting work till midday today. How are you doing? I'm doing good. So, have you, guess what, eaten by now? What are you doing right now? I'm chasing a miniature wallaby round the kitchen. What are you doing right now? Have you eaten? Asked Annie. I'm here at the office right now, talking to you, my dear, he said. I'm not eating yet, 'cause I'm not feeling okay, he said. Oh dear, said Annie. What's wrong? Then I'm sure you can guess, ladies and gentlemen. I have something that bothered me, he said. I'm sorry to hear that, said Annie. It's about my son. He needs some money to get food stuff at home, and I have to send him some money. But the problem right now is that the United Nations never want to talk about my paycheck yet, and my son will be in hunger. So I'm thinking about what to do then. Oh, what a surprise. I'm sure you can find a friend or a neighbour to help him, said Annie. Wait for it, ladies and gentlemen. We've had Father of the Year awards before, but trust me, this one is an outright winner. I need to talk to the United Nations, and I have to activate the computer so I can get into the email and talk again about my payment. And now I need, guess what, Steam card to get into my email, because obviously that's how you get into your email. You just feed it a Steam card. And I'm sure an experienced doctor such as yourself has a savings account, said Annie, so give him the login details. I can help him, he said. Just what I need right now is a Steam card. And your computer's active, you're using it now, said Annie. You don't need Steam cards to use email. Try a more believable story, or call me and explain what you need. Oh, come on, dear, said her hurt scammer. Don't say that I'm lying now. I need Steam card only, that's all. Like I said, call me and explain what you need. Shall I call you? Even if it's just $50 Steam card, you can help me with it, and I can able to talk to them about my money, so I can help my son. Are you reading what I said? Said Annie. I'll call you now. Just wait. Okay. And so he tried calling her. I can't get that link to work, said Annie. I keep tapping and nothing's happening. Can't you just answer the call? He said. What did I just tell you? Said Annie. Do you actually read anything I type? I'll restart the laptop and see if that helps. Hold on. Okay, I'm waiting, he said. Yes, I read everything. I'm back. Try again, said Annie, after I had restarted the laptop. Okay, he said, and sent her another link. The same thing's happening, said Annie. Let me see if I can open it on my phone. Then you can call me, he said. Oh, yes, she said. Let me see if that'll work. So she sent him a link. Why? It's not working at all, he said. Obviously there was some weird glitch in Google at the time. It's weird, isn't it? Said Annie. Yes. Shall I try calling you on Facebook? But if I call here, it's ringing, he said. I don't have the Facebook here. It's in the computer, at home. Oh, said Annie. Oh, my God! I'd really like to talk to you, my dear, he said. When were you last at home? She asked. I'll go, honey, again after finish today's work, he said. That isn't what I asked you. When were you last at home? I still not understand this question at all, he said. You said your computer's at home. Yes, he said. When were you last at home? Or to put it another way, how long have you been at work? I have to go back home at 8:30 p.m, he said. Let's try again, said Annie. When were you last at home? Or, how long have you been at work? Let's try, what time did you leave home to go to work today? I left home at 7:30 a.m, and I spent 13 hours at work before go home. OK, then you do have Facebook on your phone, because you last logged in 20 minutes ago, she said, sending him a screenshot. It's active over there, he said. It's not here on the phone. The computer always stays active. I don't believe you, said Annie. No one leaves their computer turned on for hours when they aren't at home. They go to sleep automatically. Again, try a more believable story. I'll call you on Facebook. You don't believe me? It's OK, said our man, because presumably one of his mates was using the Facebook account. I know you're saying all this because you don't want to help me. Why would I help you? Said Annie. A mature, experienced surgeon who doesn't have any savings at home, or any friends or family members who can feed his own son. That's just irresponsible and probably constitutes criminal neglect. Thanks for the names, he said. You're welcome. It's true, though, isn't it? How old is your son? Wait for it, ladies and gentlemen. Because of ordinary $50 Steam card to help me with, then you're trying to call me names. He's 12 years old, but he'll be 13 in age. Yes, I can't imagine how a mature, experienced surgeon doesn't have savings. You've left a 12-year-old on his own to feed himself. I told you, I'm on a contract, said Father of the Year. That is not matter of savings. Of course it is, and you've left a 12-year-old on his own to feed himself. If I want to leave here, then they have to give all my money at once. That's definitely child neglect, she said. I left him some money to take care of himself before I go for my contract, and it's all finished. You seriously left a 12-year-old child on his own? I'll contact social services, or whatever the equivalent in the US is, and get him taken into care. That's appalling and wilful neglect, and it's a criminal offence. Yes, because I need to go for the contract for the money, and he has to go to school. I can't take him here to school over here. You have committed a criminal offence, said Annie, by leaving a 12-year-old on his own. How much money did you leave him? Did you leave him food? He's been using the money I left for him to get what he wanted, he said. Yeah, he's probably been playing nothing but video games for the last 12 months and eating McDonald's, I should think. How much money did you leave him? Did you leave him food? I left him $25,000, said our man. He spent $25,000 in 3 days, said Annie. Remember, 3 days ago, at the start of this scam, a man told Annie he was on his way to Yemen. Not 3 days, he said. Oh, my God, I told you I left him for contract for a long time now. So you lied to me when you told me you were on your way to Yemen on Monday. I worked in various countries, he said. I'll take that as yes, I did lie, said Annie. I was just arriving from another country, to Yemen. So how long have you left a 12-year-old on his own for? What's his name? It's been a year and some month now, he said. His name, Kelly. You left a 12-year-old on his own for over a year. I hope this is a joke. He was 11 years old when you left. Yes, 11 years old. I'll report you to Florida Child Services so he can be taken into care. I cannot believe that a mature surgeon would commit such a criminal act. It's totally unbelievable. I'll also report you to the UN, whichever body regulates doctors in the US, so you can be struck off. Please, let's forget about this, said the outright winner of Father of the Year for the Rosannon's annual 2023 awards. You aren't fit to be a father, and you aren't fit to be a doctor. No, we will not forget about this, that poor, poor child, she said. I can see you don't want to help at all, and you just only want to call me names, and that's all you want, said our mature doctor. He needs proper love and care, said Annie. Your despicable, pathetic, criminal excuse for a human being. I'll call social services in Florida as soon as they're open. How can anyone walk out on an 11-year-old and abandon him on his own for over a year? Yes, he needed care, and now I'm asking you for a little help of just $50 to get a Steam card, and so I can able to find a way to send him some money. Then you're making problem for me. I simply cannot believe what you're saying, said Annie. I'm making problem. You are joking, right? You abandoning an 11-year-old for over a year, and somehow now it's my problem. Where do you live in Florida? I don't know, said our man, who hadn't bothered to look at Google Maps first. You don't know where you live? I'll tell you nothing now any more, said our man, who realised he'd been rumbled. You really are stupid, aren't you? Said Annie. Even a 5-year-old knows where they live. I'm sure a highly educated doctor can remember which town he's left his child in. Don't insult me, he said. It's because I'm being a good man. That's why I'm saying nothing stupid to all the insult you're insulting me. Insult you? Said Annie. Which town do you live in? I already told you that I'll tell you nothing about me any more, because you're insulting me. Even I'm telling you about my life, said our man, who wouldn't know how to tell someone about his life if his life depended on it. Try Miami, Orlando, Pensacola, anywhere in Florida, Key West, Palm Beach. I'm sure you can think of somewhere. I said I don't want to tell you nothing about my life any more. Can't you listen? Or you're deaf. Oddly enough, I don't use text-to-speech software, said Annie. I'm reading what you say, not listening. Are you stupid? Where do you live in Florida? If you don't answer, then I know 100% you're a semi-literate scammer boy who has absolutely no idea what he's talking about. I said I will never tell you anything about my life any more. OK, now I know you're a semi-literate idiot. Goodbye. OK, thanks, he said. Take good care of yourself. You're welcome, idiot. Goodbye. Thanks for the insult, he said. And stick with it, ladies and gentlemen. Believe me, there's a good bit coming up. The truth is not an insult, said Annie. It's the truth. Goodbye. I've had enough of your childish games. Can't you see? I don't repeat back all the insult you're insulting me. It's because I'm gentle, and only God will insult you. You can call me idiot, but it takes nothing from my life. You're calling me idiot, but you yourself is not idiot. Mind the way you insult people around you. Point of advice. Now you can block and delete me out of your chat, and we can't connect any more. Annie copied and pasted the bit where he'd said, You're calling me idiot, but you yourself is not idiot. I'm pleased your single brain cell managed to realise that, said Annie. What's that? He said. Please forget about me and block me off. What's that? Said Annie. It's what you typed. I see nothing in what you send, he said. So she did a screenshot of that line in the middle of the conversation with his name at the top. Q, oh my goodness, so I did. Yes, I only remind, he said. I'm telling you that don't call other bad names and consider yourself good names. Have you remembered where you live in Florida? Asked Annie. I said I don't want to tell you about it any more. Not that it matters, she said. You can't go back to the States because you'll be arrested for child neglect after your son's taken into care, and you won't be able to work as a doctor for much longer as you'll get struck off. So I guess you're destined to wander the world aimlessly, alone and penniless. Shame. Thanks, he said. Alternatively, you could go back to school in Nigeria, get a proper job, and make something of your life, instead of being a lying, thieving scammer who really will finish up in prison if they're caught. I'm sure it's a laugh a minute in prison in Lagos. Q, shock horror, I live in the US, why don't you believe me? Thanks, he said. You're welcome. When you do get caught, I won't be sending you a Steam card to get you out of prison. You can block me off after saying your mind, he said. Or you could block me, or are you too stupid to work out how to do that? I don't block. You can do it, said our man, who was too stupid to work out how to do that. You can block me by yourself after saying your mind. Now I will not answer any of your message any more, he said. I'll take that as yes, I am too stupid to do it. Or maybe if I wait a few days she'll have forgotten I'm a lying, thieving scammer and will talk to me again. Whatever, he said. Oh, that kind of I will not answer any of your message any more. You can't even tell the truth about that, can you? It's your choice to stop talking to me, he said. I hate you now already for all the names you're calling me. Why don't you tell me about life in Lagos? She asked. It's not you that's in my thinking now, OK, he said. I am only thinking about how to help my son now. Just stop talking, please. That would be fun, said Annie. Send me a photo of your street in Lagos. Oh my God, I'm not in Lagos. And where is that place? He said. Oh, you're in Abuja, are you? Please, my thinking is different. Please, he said. I know your thinking's different, said Annie. You think like a lying, thieving scammer. I was hoping the real you might have a brain capable of thought. Guess I was wrong. Oh my God, he said. Maybe you could send me a photo of your street in Abuja. And here it comes, ladies and gentlemen, the bit I told you about earlier. Goodbye now. I know. Maybe you could go on YouTube, she said. That would be fun, wouldn't it? I could make a video for you and send you the link. Goodbye now, you're saying nonsense, he said. I'll make a video for you and upload it privately, then send you the link. Goodbye for now. I'll let you know when it's uploaded. I'll block you off now, he said. OK, goodbye, said Annie. You'll never hear from me any more if you send any message, he said. That's OK, she said. You said that before. Yes, he said. Here you are, said Annie, a few hours later, when she'd made the video and uploaded it to YouTube. And she sent him the link. It's private, she said. Only you or anyone you give the link to can see it. Thanks, he said. Enjoy, said Annie. Thanks, he said. And if you look on YouTube, you'll see that video that I uploaded privately for him had 2 views, presumably Tweedledum and Tweedledee. But he never responded. I was hoping for a reaction. I didn't get one. I hope you enjoyed this tale of a scamming duo, Tweedledum and Tweedledee. If you did, please like it, please share it, please comment down below, please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to tap the notification bell, and I'll see you again in another video.